Hey gamers, welcome back to CybercomG Gaming. I'm John, and for this versus video, we're diving into a showdown between two legendary kart racing series. Yes, it's time to settle the score between the Crash Team Racing and the Mario Kart series. Two iconic kart racing titans that no doubt carries a lot of nostalgic memories, from those intense multiplayer sessions with friends and family to the current online grinds, to the many solo races and gaming sessions. This is just a dedication to both of these incredible franchises. So yeah, for this versus, we're taking a look at a quick history of each series, break down the gameplay, modes, characters, different tracks, the music, and the legacy each series left, to ultimately crown the reigning champion. So yeah, stick around for this one, gamers. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button if you're feeling this type of content, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for checking this one out. Let's go get it. First up, we've got Mario Kart series, which kicked off back in '92 with Super Mario Kart for the SNES. So many cool memories playing this with my cousins, racing, fighting over who's playing with which character, what items would give you that competitive edge, trying to figure out the shortcuts, and man, it was just a vibe back then. Nintendo took Mario, Luigi, and the Mushroom Kingdom crew, tossed them into karts, and holy shit, it worked. Blocky sprites, simple tracks, which set the stage for a dynasty. The series exploded from there. I mean, we had Mario Kart 64 dropping back in '96 with that 3D craze, Mario Kart Super Circuit hitting the Game Boy Advance in 2001, and Double Dash, which is still one of my favorite Mario Kart games, dropping back in 2003. That game pretty much flipped the script on co-op on the GameCube. Then we had Mario Kart DS back in 2005, bringing that Wi-Fi racing, Mario Kart Wii adding that motion controls and bikes, and 7 giving us that gliders, and 8 going anti-gravity on the Wii U before Deluxe basically took over the Switch in 2017. In 25, 8 Deluxe is still the king, man, with over 17 million copies sold, with DLCs like Breath of the Wild and F-Zero crossover still keeping it fresh. Not to mention the recently announced Mario Kart World setting to release for the Switch 2, with at least 50 playable characters being shown off in the initial teaser. Even though there is much to say about the freaking price point for the Switch 2 and the games, but the series also released Mario Kart Home Circuit back in 2020 with real-life AR karts, which was actually pretty cool. On the Crash side, we've got a leaner but badass lineup. It all started back in '99 with Crash Team Racing on the PlayStation, which is still one of my favorite games to this day. I mean, man, it's a true PS1 staple. They saw Mario Kart dominating back then, and they wanted a piece of that action as well, and truly crashed the kart racing party. Crash Team Racing was just a love letter to fans back then, with tight controls, wild characters, and a fat middle finger to anyone thinking kart racing was just a one-trick pony. This game still evokes peak childhood nostalgia, no doubt. But yeah, then Nitro Kart dropped back in 2003 for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, GBA, and even the freaking N-Gage. It was the first Crash Bandicoot game with full motion video. Those cutscenes were kinda a big deal back then. Nitro Kart, in my opinion, did a great job keeping that racing fire alive while giving us some new tracks and new faces to race with. We then got Crash Tag Team Racing back in '05 for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, and PSP, which fused racing, fighting, and platforming together. It was a pretty cool concept, but man, I just didn't feel the game's over-the-top humor, especially how they just did Crash Bandicoot dirty, man. Crash has always had a bit of a cool vibe going, and I'm just not sure what they tried over here. But yeah, overall it had a lot of cool ideas and features. The series then went pretty quiet after that. But in 2019, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled hit like a freight train, remastering Crash Team Racing, tossing in some of that Nitro Kart jewels, and packing a roster that made us OG fans actually flip out. It wasn't at Mario level sales, but man, it had grit, which still hits hard, even in 2025. Okay, let's take a deeper look into the gameplay and modes of each series, and overall, Mario Kart just feels like a crowd pleaser. A game series for everyone, with its fun tracks, familiar faces, and an easy to pick up and play learning curve. The series' drifting has always been pretty good, from the snappy slides and hops in Super Mario Kart back in '92 to Deluxe's anti-gravity spins in 2025. Not to mention the chaining boosts, dodging heat and flipping out when you get a coin instead of a star, and items, well, everything from red shells, bananas, lighting to that blue shell. Still pissing people off since Mario Kart 64. And modes? Well, we have Grand Prix for solo runs, time trials and battle mode, which finally got proper arenas in Deluxe. Double Dash just had that winning recipe with its co-op. We added bikes and DS kicked off online. I also want to add that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's online even in 25 is still fire, with its tight servers, leadership boards and even a solid overall multiplayer experience. The Crash Racers, CTR, Nitro Kart and Tag Team Racing in my opinion are more for the grinders. CTR's drifting is king without a doubt, just nail those time boosts and you're well away. Not, and Cortex is laughing in your face. Nitro Kart also did a pretty good job to keep that tight feel, even though it was a bit looser. Tag Team Racing on the other hand went rogue, mixing racing, combat and platforming together with its race, battle, stunt and adventure style campaign modes. So when it comes to the items, things like the TNT Nitro crates and masks and clocks and the whatnots just hit hard and is less random than Mario's. Overall, personally, I just like the items more you'd get from the Crash series. It just always to me felt a bit more balanced. The Crash Kart races are king when it comes to the adventure modes, things the Mario Kart series just never tried. Let's see if the Mario Kart world finally steps up in this area. But yeah, the battle modes also rock out in all three, but overall just takes a bit of a backseat in the racing, especially when you look at the online and matchmaking in Nitro-Fueled. Bro, it just gets shaky and just cannot stand next to Mario's polish. Technically, Mario Kart's arcade-style physics are forgiving and in many ways preferred as a kart racer. Big ups to Wii's tricks and 7's gliders and 8's anti-gravity still hitting the pedal hard without breaking the flow. While Crash's tighter handling in CTR and Nitro Kart demands precision, it's almost like a high-risk, high-reward situation, also with collecting the 10 Wumpa fruits for that extra power-up. Tag Team just felt looser with some clunky extras, and even though the racing still holds up, overall in this category, Mario Kart just ages out. Its accessibility still hooks everyone, and with Double Dash's co-op feature which Tag Team tried adopting, or the anti-gravity approach in 8 which is heavily inspired by Nitro Kart, I just feel overall the Mario Kart series always stepped up consistently when it came to new innovative ways to step the gameplay up, even though the series generally speaking falling a bit flat on the game modes, especially with the lack of adventure campaign modes. But look, overall, online multiplayer with Mario Kart has always been on point, and with Deluxe's 2025 scene still proving it. Yes, Crash's adventure mode in CTR and Nitro Kart runs deep, and Nitro's anti-gravity innovation and Tag Team's bold move with mixing some of the gameplay elements was a refreshed take, but overall, Crash just narrowly misses the mark in this section and just cannot stand to Mario's consistent polish and versatility. Mario Kart's roster is an empire. From the OG Super Mario Kart 8, we had Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, Bowser, Donkey Kong Jr., Koopa Trooper, to 8 Deluxe's 40 plus characters. It's stacked. You've got classics like Wario, Waluigi, DK, plus additions like Link, Isabelle and the Inklings. Every game just added flavor. Double Dash brought Baby Mario and Petey Piranha. Wii tossed in Funky Kong. 7 dropped Metal Mario. And the tracks, legendary, with Rainbow Road still glazing us since '92. From the tracks in 64 to DS's Waluigi Pinball to Wii's Coconut Mall. 8 Deluxe added 96 tracks, thanks to the booster course pass with standouts like Mount Wario and Twisted Mansion. With the Crash cast, it's leaner, but man, it's got soul. Where CTR started with Crash, Coco, Cortex, Tiny, Dingo Dial, Engine, Pura and Polar. Nitro Kart added Improfelo, Crunch, Entrace, Zem and Zam, which brought that alien edge, while Nitro-Fueled went nuts, adding 50 plus characters, tossing in characters like Tawna, Ripperoo, Pentapenguin, Nino Cortex, and of course Spyro. The series' tracks went off, with standouts like Oxide Station, Hot Air Skyway, and Tiger Temple. With those vertical drops and shortcuts, it was pure mastery. Nitro Kart dropped Clockwork Wumpa and Hyperspaceway, which Nitro-Fueled remakes into the fold. It's less polished than Mario's, but man, it was bold to test you. Screw around and you're toast. Mario Kart has sharp soundtracks, where Super Mario Kart's chiptunes kicked it off back in the day, 64 set that jazzy tones, DS pushing tracks like Airship Fortress, and 8 with some great additions. It's also cool because it shifts with the race. It's chill at first, but tenses up as you heading to the last one. 2025, it's still a kart racing audio benchmark with bright, bouncy, and just pure Nintendo. The music in Crash is raw. CTR's 99 score by Josh Mansell had that tribal drums, funky bass, and it's just that 90s cartoon chaos, with hits like Sewer Speedway and Papu's Pyramid, and Nitro Kart's Dave Baggett score went spacey and industrial, with Meteor Gorge being a solid standout. Nitro-Fueled remakes it all with modern grit and keeping that underdog soul. Mario Kart's legacy is untouchable, with over 118 million copies sold for the series and counting. Its multiplayer is domination and a cultural giant. Every Nintendo console from the SNES got a hit. I mean, these games just has a lot of meaning and attachment to gamers, with a lot of anticipation for Mario Kart World about to drop soon. This online is thriving. People love the Mario Kart series, with tight tournaments, speedruns, and gameplay. It's just a true gaming powerhouse. While Crash Bandicoot has its own place and legacy in gaming, a lot of what a good kart racer should have done, CTR perfected, even back in '99 for the PS1. Nitro Kart kept it alive while adding that full motion video and tight gameplay. Tag Team tried some new gameplay innovations, while Nitro-Fueled truly brought the series back, remixing CTR and Nitro Kart, grabbing all the new fans and raking in about 4 to 6 million units in sales and still counting. It's proving that it's no joke, with strongly backed community grinds, competitive leadership boards, and still an overall fire kart racer that packs a lot of punch. The Mario Kart series is the polished champ. It's accessible, relevant, and a party staple, with the series totaling 16 games with well over 118 million copies being sold worldwide. Yes, the numbers don't lie. The Crash Kart racers are worthy competitors, technical, fun, intense, and just great games, but Crash just cannot edge Mario. I'll always love the original CTR for the PS1. Still get nostalgic playing that game and Nitro Kart, while still slightly getting frustrated playing Tag Team, but overall, it's good fun, man. I think Nitro-Fueled did an excellent job to fuse all of the greatest pieces together, but overall, for this comparison, the Mario Kart series, it's just a party pick. But what's your take on this one, gamers? Which game series, according to you guys, deserves to take the crown? As always, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are. If you liked this video, please consider hitting that like button, subscribe for all future uploads. It helps out this channel a lot. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting, and until next time, see ya.